I am Jada the Artsy Rose, and welcome back to Solomon's main story. Let us continue where we left off, shall we? So Solomon has his gym back, and Norton has left. Where to? We don't know. But this loading is taking forever. But this... Fulfillment of Love, Chapter 11. The day after the fight with Norton in the basement, we were inspecting the central square in town. Looks like that unbearable heat is gone now. Indeed, the breeze is nice and refreshing. Some of the dry ground is cracked here and there, but a day of rain should solve that. What was in front of our eyes was proof that peace and order had returned to Quadling City. Yeah, since the gem we got back from Norton is back in its rightful place, probably don't need to worry about anything anymore. So Solomon was defending this peaceful Quadling City all by himself? I put my mind to think about Solomon's efforts and hard work once again. It must have been tough. No, in fact, it was probably about to get even tougher. The affair with Norton, the rebirth of the world. He must have had so much to think about. Looks like the townspeople are back to normal. Are back to normal too. I think Lord Solomon should find a bit of relief now. Solomon. Is something the matter, Rhoda? Yeah, I'm a bit worried about Solomon. He may have his gem back, but he's not all better just yet. He'll need to rest for a while. He wanted to come along for this inspection, but I had to push him back into bed. He's got to have taken a lot of damage from the fight with Norton. Fighting with Norton, who he believed to be his friend, must have been as hard on Solomon's heart as it was on his body. I'm so worried about Solomon. Well, I think that about does it for the inspection. What will you do now, Rhoda? What should I do? I wonder. I'm really worried about Solomon. Hey Alice, I want to go visit Solomon. Wait, now? Well, yeah, because, I haven't seen his face since this morning. I'd pass on that. Why? Aren't you worried about Solomon? I agree about the Wizard of the West. I agree with the Wizard of the West. You should leave Lord Solomon to be for now. You too, Crowley? Hey Rhoda, if you're going to see him, give it some time. Give it some thought too, yeah? He's not at his best now. He's not at his best yet. He's still got to be tired and in pain. He doesn't want you to see him in such a state, you know. Exactly. He would only worry you if you showed himself like that. That is what Lord Solomon would think. My eyes widened. Solomon probably would think like that. All right, I'll hold off on visiting him for now. And naturally, I get 1 point. Because that's what that's just my luck. We decided to keep our inspection trip going for a little while. All right, let's give it one more push. Fine. A bit of a pain, though. I wonder what Solomon's up to now. Even after returning to my room after the inspection, I couldn't get my mind off Solomon. When I sat down in a chair, when I lay down in my bed, he was the only thing that came to my mind. What is this I'm feeling? I'm worried, but it's not just that. I want to see Solomon's face. I want to visit him. I want to talk to him. As I worried about how down I seemed, Toto barked at me to cheer me up. You're worried about Solomon too, aren't you, Toto? Right then, a small bird flew through the window into my room. Huh? The bird lightly landed on my hand. Oh, how cute. When I reached to stroke the bird's head, it transformed into a letter right before my very eyes. A letter? The letter said, I want to see you right now, with Solomon's name signed on it. Solomon! Toto, it's a letter from Solomon! I've got to see Solomon! I get to see Solomon! I stood up and flung the door open, and the very moment I dashed out into the hall. I almost slammed into the maid in front of my room. I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry myself, Lady Rhoda. Are you unharmed? I'm fine. I'm really, really sorry. I got a letter from Solomon, so I was about to go see him. I got a little bit carried away and... I see. That's wonderful, Lady Rhoda. However, what? What? I need to know. The maid turned her eyes to my clothes. You have a button nearly loose. Oh, you're right. I do. Perhaps you should go to the wardrobe and change. What should I do? I don't want to see Solomon with my clothes in this state. I've got to wear something presentable to see Solomon. I think I'll change before I go see Solomon. Indeed, I think that's good. Allow me to show you to the wardrobe. If you go to see him looking more beautiful, even more beautiful, I am sure Lord Solomon will be quite pleased. Oh, yeah, which means I have to choose a really good outfit. Lady Rhoda, I do believe that any outfit you choose will look wonderful on you. I'm really happy to hear that, even if she's just saying that. Well, allow me to take you to the wardrobe then. Thanks. I'll put on a new button for you too. Oh, thank you. I followed the maid to the wardrobe. That's wonderful. I made up for my, bad decision. Oh. It's this one. Well, there's always another time. Changed into my new outfit, I wasted no time in heading for Solomon's room. This place is very beautiful. Greetings, Rhoda. I'm glad to see you. Solomon! Solomon was waiting for me, sitting up in bed. Are you sure you don't need to lie down? I asked Solomon when I sat down on the chair next to him. Yeah, I'm fine now. Solomon answered with a smile. It was his usual smile, but it felt particularly bright today. I feel kind of embarrassed. He's smiling like he always does. So why? I found myself looking down, as if hiding from Solomon's eyes. The city's back to normal. Everyone's back on their feet again, too. When I announced that, low-voiced, Solomon nodded gladly. I heard that from the Great Oz as well. I feel quite relieved at the news. This is thanks to you and the others, Rhoda. Allow me to thank you. No, not at all. That was all you, Solomon. I knew just how strongly Solomon wanted to protect the Quadlings. I know he still has to be taught too. He was acting energetic, but his face still seemed a little drained. That wasn't surprising, granted what happened yesterday. Solomon, I really don't want you to push yourself. Just rest up for now, okay? Thanks. Though to tell the truth, I'm still not at my best. Well, of course, after what happened to you yesterday. A little worried, I leaned over to the bedside to get a better look at Solomon's face. Are you alright? If you feel ill at all, let me know. I will, thanks. Solomon's smile was right next to my face. He's so close. I got a little embarrassed and tried to pull away. Rhoda. Suddenly Solomon grabbed my arm. For a moment, I had no idea what had just happened. What? Something came atop my lips. Something soft and warm. I hate it when that happens. I try to take a picture and then this happens. And then that happens. How aggravating. Oh. That's a... I'll give that later. Is this a kiss? Sealing my lips were Solomon's. We passed through a time that felt positively unreal. I felt like I was dreaming, but this was very clearly all real. The feeling of Solomon's heated lips and the strength of his hands holding mine all told me that this was no dream. I can't believe it. I intoxicated myself in that reality. Oh. Solomon's lips gently pulled away from mine. Solomon? Solomon slowly opened his mouth as he gazed into my eyes. I love you, Rhoda. What? Couldn't hear me? I said, how about you? What? But that's so sudden, and... My mind felt like it had evaporated. I couldn't put a decent sentence together, and my mind just kept on heating up. Strange. Rhoda, you're a very honest person, and that you love me is written all over your face, yet... Am I wrong? I really, really wanted to look into a mirror, but Solomon, ignoring how timid I was, kept on speaking. Or am I seeing something that is not there? Solomon brought his face right to the tip of my nose. Would you rather I not be your beloved? That's not fair! I gave Solomon a bit of a light glare. That's such an unfair way of asking. And you just ambushed me like this. Sorry about that. Let me make sure once again, then. Solomon gently put his hand on my chin, with no ambushes. Solomon's lips gently come to mine. The second kiss, telegraphed and open, melted my heart. Solomon. Wanting to feel more of his lips, I put my arms around Solomon. I finally understand how I feel about Solomon. I love him, this man, kinder and gentler than anyone. I love him. When her lips finally gently pulled away, I made my announcement to Solomon. Solomon, do you know how I feel now? Indeed I do. Thanks. I'm very glad. Solomon gently held my shoulders. Solomon? But it might be best not to rush. Yeah. Is something the matter? No, it's just... I'm really happy right now. Just... surprised. Surprised? It was just so sudden. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Solomon's hand softly held up my chin. Rhoda, I want to tell you this, at the very least. What? My feelings for you have not shaken once. I asked you, didn't I? To become a real couple? Yeah. I remembered the conversation we had that night. That wasn't actually a joke. Solomon's serious eyes were looking right through mine. Rhoda, I want us to become a couple. Solomon, can you tell me your answer? I had only one answer to give. What I needed now wasn't words. I needed to follow my heart and give the best answer I could think of. This time, I gave Solomon a kiss, one with all of my feelings in it. Our connected lips had to let him know my answer. Eventually, our lips slowly parted. Solomon gently stroked my hair. Rhoda, this is my answer. You got the message across quite well, I must say, a lot better than with words. I'm glad. Thank you. Solomon gently put his arms around me. Solomon. Probably because of the relief I felt. When things calmed down, a seed of worry in me started to bud. Hey, Solomon, will everything really be alright? Are you referring to Norton? I slowly nodded. I have sealed the location of the gym with powerful magic. Not even Norton will be able to break it easily. Oh. And besides, for a time, Norton will. Solomon suddenly stopped mid-sentence. Solomon? No, nothing. With that, Solomon lightly kissed my forehead. Rhoda, there is something for you to worry about. I'm with you. There is nothing for you to worry about. I'm with you. Come with me. I'll be with you. Because we are a couple. Yeah. No, that's enough chatting. What? The night isn't over yet, and I don't think I'll be able to let you go just yet. As if engulfing me, Solomon kissed me again. As I accepted his kiss, I clung to Solomon's body. Solomon. I relinquished everything to Solomon. My heart, my body, my soul, everything, as I was. The only sound in the silent room was Rhoda's gentle, rhythmic breaths as she slept. Solomon, sitting up at the bed, looked down at Rhoda's face, sleeping next to him silently.
Whoa! Oh! Whoa! Okay.
He noticed some short hair over Rhoda's forehead and gently pushed it up. Solomon. She cutely sleep-talked through her small lips. After smiling for a brief moment, Solomon's features quickly grew harsh. I'm sorry, Rhoda. Solomon whispered tersely. He continued to speak to the sleeping maiden before him. I could not suppress my feelings no matter how hard I tried. With my feelings alone, I sold you everything, with nothing but my selfish desire. I know it is not something that can be allowed or forgiven. To have you here with me, when you have a place to go back to. Solomon spoke, sounding as though he was cutting away at his soul. When his confession cut off, all he could hear again was Rhoda's soft snores. I woke up with the sound of birds chirping outside. Solomon wasn't in the bed next to me. The ruffled sheets reminded me of last night. As I shook off the embarrassment of remembering last night, I hopped out of bed. I opened up the windows and took a deep breath of fresh morning air. Good morning, Land of Oz. Well, I've made up my mind. I'm just going to do what I can. Yeah.
Huh? You serious, Rhoda? Have you really made up your mind? This is kind of... Oh, this is a real shock.
The next day, Solomon, now completely fed, had called us all to the throne room to thank everyone for all of their help, to discuss the path they would take from now on, and to share one more important thing. It's true. Solomon and I have become a real couple. And now everyone knows.
Weren't you supposed to be bedridden and sick when this happened? Let's not get into that. Really, let's not get into that.
Leslie and the others were completely taken aback, judging from their looks. I could see why they'd be so surprised. I didn't think this would happen so suddenly either. Yet, I still felt like that it was natural, fated. Solomon and I were probably drawn to each other at some point. I wish to do all that I can as Solomon's partner from now on. I'd love to ask for your help from now on, too. I felt embarrassed and nodded to everyone.
Nuts. I hate to lose, but this is Lord Solomon we're talking about, so... If it was some random person, I would wholeheartedly oppose it, but... I mean... You wouldn't be able to find a person close to matching Lord Solomon even if you searched the whole world over. I figured this would happen. What a joke. Oh, yeah, right. Mr. Heidi.
Everyone had a different way of expressing it, but they all seemed to have accepted my answer. Thanks, everyone.
Oz, what's wrong?
Then I noticed that Oz was the only one who had been quiet this whole time. What's the matter, Oz? Oz was completely silent, making a difficult face. Oz?
Solomon, you sure about that?
Before I could ask anything, Oz questioned Solomon. Solomon looked right at Oz, and Oz asked the same question again.
And now it freezes on me. Fabulous. Wait, why should it be a freaking surprise that Solomon would become a couple with Rhoda? Or Dorothy saying this, that is the character's actual name. I mean, in those little events that we have, those little aftermath stories at the end of each chapter, the last one in particular, he clearly talked about his love for Rhoda with Oz. Well, with Oz, but not the other guys, but I would think they would have known. And my phone is literally not responding. I wonder what's up. Oh, brother. Yep, it's not responding. Well, I'll be right back. You're really sure about this?
Of course I am, Great Oz. This is my choice. Rhoda's as well. He didn't look like he approved the situation, but Oz didn't speak anymore. What did Oz want to say? As I wondered about what Oz was all about, Solomon put his arm around my shoulder. I'm going to protect you, Rhoda. This is my decision. Solomon's tone was full of confidence and certainty. Likewise, I announced, with Solomon holding my shoulders, I was going to follow my heart. That afternoon, we were visiting the Emerald City. Since we had to postpone our trip before, we were starting it again. I had to find my answer through this trip. The rebirth of the world had to be close, and deciding what to do when that time came was me, and only me.
And if you continue down this road, you will arrive at the city of the East, the Munchkins.
Curly said as he stepped onto the road of yellow bricks that extended from the city.
And once we get to the city of Munchkins, our journey is over, huh?
No, it won't be.
Are we visiting your castle next, Wesley? The real journey will be over when Rhoda finds her answer.
Wesley looked over at me.
No matter what answer that turns out to be, that'll be the end of this trip.
Wesley, that's not quite right. Solomon spoke up.
Not quite right?
Solomon gently put his hand on my shoulder. It will not end. When Rhoda finds her answer, that'll be the beginning of everything. Everything will begin with my answer. Realizing the weight of responsibility, I steeled my resolve. But I know I'll be fine. I stared down at Solomon's strong hand on my shoulder. This hand will bear it all with me, no matter how heavy the burden gets. I looked up and my eyes met with Solomon's. Even without words, we let each other know how we felt. Now, let's go to the Munchkins of the East,
where it all began.
After becoming a couple. Rhoda, thank you for becoming my girlfriend. When I think about it, I probably always wanted to become someone special to you. The reason I didn't think that, though, was because my position simply paralyzed my mind. Yet, I couldn't quite hold it back. When I was with you, I found more and more. I could not suppress my desire to be with you. I thought I had not given my everything to the Land of Oz. I thought that I had given my everything to the Land of Oz, yet from time to time, love overcomes all. Even I, who they call the Great Wizard of the South, could not imagine this. But you know, I have to say that part of me overjoyed this unexpected return, this unexpected turn. Loving affection toward you, a maddening amount of desire. Frankly, I'm surprised such emotions were still inside me. Feelings I accepted once could not be stopped. I will continue to love you for all eternity. So, I want you to prepare yourself to be beloved by me forever and ever. All right? Ain't he just mushy? Well, that's all for now. I'm Jandy the Artsy Rose, and I shall see you in the next video. Goodbye!